So you could say that. You could say that. Okay.
How do you spell Christmas? Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year.
Great. Okay. So state the function or use. Well, it has a function, but I guess it's kind of open to opinion. So what's a function of Christmas that's
Giving.
does a lot of giving? I wonder how could you talk about that in a sentence? Yeah, maybe think it out before you read it.
Christmas is the holiday of giving. You give to get.
Did I hear you say Christmas is the holiday of giving? That's a beautiful sentence. You can say that. So holiday is an irregular word because the I is its own syllable, but it's a short vowel. It should be long all by itself there, but it's not. Let's see. Is that a D?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so. Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year. Christmas is the holiday of giving.
Oh, okay. So now, say something about it. It could be a part of it that you really like, or
I like
something.
waking up and going to the tree. Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year. Christmas is the holiday of giving. The best part is when you wake up and run downstairs and you see all the presents under the tree.
When you wake up in the morning, are there a lot more presents than there were before? That's cool. Okay. All right. Let's
Take
take
another characteristic it has.
No, share with me.
I like always looking outside and see if it snowed.
Okay.
Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year. Christmas is the holiday of giving. The best part is when you wake up and run downstairs and see all the presents under the Christmas tree. I like looking outside and seeing if it's snowing and getting my parents up. Make a comparison, simile, or metaphor.
Okay, there's so many things to base that on.
I like the night before when all you have to say it like a simile. Trying to think of a way to say that in a simile.
Something about, is it about waiting the night before
Yeah.
or going to bed or something? Waiting the night before is as hard as waiting for...
School's be over.
That's a pretty good one.
Waiting the night before is as hard as waiting for the weekend.
I wonder if there's a way to make it really clear that it's waiting for school to be over for the weekend.
Hard waiting for the weekend. For school.
Maybe it's clear since you're a kid that you go to school. Maybe it is pretty clear. Okay, so
Restate the first sentence, give a fact, or give an opinion. So Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year. That is kind of my opinion.
yeah, I wonder if there's a way to put a twist on it so that it's a little like it's kind of the same but interesting in some way. Is it your favorite or one of your favorites?
My favorite.
You could say I mean at the end, it's okay that you said that at the beginning, but at the end you could. Okay.
Christmas is the best holiday of the year.
Oh, I was just thinking at the end if you wanted to like say reveal to the reader that it's the best, you could reveal it at the end. That it's your absolute favorite, your very favorite, or just your favorite.
Christmas is my favorite holiday of the year. That work?
Mm-hmm. Christmas is my favorite. Yeah, in fact, I don't know if you have to say of the year. You could probably say Christmas is my favorite holiday. It might be a little bit, the grammar might be a little bit more clear that way, yeah. Do you feel like it's a strong enough sentence? Okay. May I read it back to you now? Okay. Christmas is one of the best holidays of the year. Christmas is the holiday of giving. best part is when you wake up and run downstairs and see all the presents under the tree. I like looking outside to see if it's snowing and getting my parents up. Waiting the night before is as hard as waiting for the weekend. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I like all the excitement you put in it. It's very active, and it kind of like gets you in the mood for Christmas and makes you want to do all that running down the stairs and getting my parents up and stuff like that. All right. So tomorrow we'll look at this a little bit more, and we'll like kind of let you sleep on it, and then we'll look and see if there's anything else you want to do to it, and then we will make a final draft on it, just type it out or something. All right. We have a few minutes to read. Perfect. Okay, so Ross is talking about how he thinks that creature is a bad varmint. And Danny, if you go up there, you carry a gun. And Danny says, I won't go unless I'm ready for it, Danny promised. Don't, Ross admonished. He fell to whetting the hunting knife again, and Danny stood uneasily, watching him. Tomorrow morning, with his 3 remaining hounds, Ross would be again on the trail of the varmint. There was no use in even asking to accompany him, because Ross would flatly refuse all aid. The varmint was a personal affair, and one that concerned him only. Guess I'll go for a walk, Danny said. Sure, go ahead. Danny walked down to the creek with Red and took a swing through the beaches. When he came back to the cabin, it was dark. Without striking a light, Danny saw his own bed. In the black hours of the next morning, so early that the first hint of dawn had not even begun to show in the sky, he was awakened by Ross kindling a fire in the stove. Danny lay sleepily on his cot and reached over to caress Red while he watched his father prepare breakfast. Ross ate and made a small pack in which he put bacon, salt, bread, and tea. He rolled the pack in his fringed hunting jacket, slung it across his shoulder, strapped the knife about his middle, and took his rifle from the rack. Quietly he stole out the door and closed it behind him. Danny heard old Mike, the leader of the hound pack, whine eagerly as Ross went to the kennels to release the hounds, and his father's gruff command to be quiet. Then there was silence, and Danny turned over to sleep until a more reasonable hour. There was nothing special to do today, aside from splitting a little wood, and therefore no reason to be up so early. When he awoke again, sunlight was streaming through the windows, and a blue jay in the maple tree was shrieking invective at the mule. Red padded over to Danny's bed and scratched with his front paw at the blanket that covered it. Danny looked at Ross's empty bed and the space on the deer horn rack that was usually occupied by Ross's rifle, and sighed. Ross would be far back in the mountains by this time, looking for the trail of the varmint that had killed his hound. Danny swung out of bed and opened the door to let Red make his usual morning tour of the clearing. He washed, put on his clothing, and was preparing breakfast when he heard Red bark. Guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what he's barking at.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
You want to pause?
Oh, sure. Thanks.